The second game I have is Kentucky, Florida. I feel like I know you follow NFL draft, very, very, very big time. This is a good one for that. If you're excited into the NFL draft, this is one where you have two potential first round quarterbacks. We'll see how it turns out, once the draft comes around. But these are two guys, and they're also two very different quarterbacks. So Kentucky, Florida, both. No, Kentucky had an easy win, I think, last week.
Yeah, they had a cupcake, Miami, Ohio.
Yeah, but then Florida beat Utah, which was a big time upset. So see if Florida can kind of ride high on that one. Their quarterback, Anthony Richardson, is a tremendous athlete. Last week he had over 100 rushing yards and a couple sweet plays in that one, where Will Levis is more pro style, kind of sit in the pocket, spread the ball around. So very different styles in terms of the quarterbacking, but this is probably one where a lot of teams are going to have some eyeballs in this game. Probably going to see a bunch of NFL scouts here just because whenever you have like the two quarterback matchup, people get all excited. And scouts are drooling over this one. So what do you think about both these quarterbacks and what do you think about this matchup?
Yeah, because that Utah-Florida game was so close down to the wire. That was a good win for Florida. They're a lot better than probably a majority of people expected. When it came to not Slovis, Levis, there we go. He didn't exactly have an ideal outing. He didn't get hot till late against Miami, Ohio, and this is Miami, Ohio we're talking about. But he's another guy that's actually a pretty good athlete. That's pretty tough to bring down. Obviously, not to the levels of Anthony Richardson. AR-15's a different dude. I'll just say that. But some of the things that a lot of people were questioning when it came to Will Levis was like, okay, early on, like the decision making wasn't always great. He wouldn't necessarily go through his progressions. And I think that was kind of stuff you saw early in the game. Like he made a few dicey throws, and he didn't necessarily go through his progressions all that well till later in the game. And it's going to be tougher this time around with Florida. That's a much better defense than Miami, Ohio, So it's like, man, Godspeed, Will Levis. They're missing their top back in Chris Rodriguez because he's suspended. So it's like, I think this is actually going to be more of an uphill battle for Kentucky, especially considering that defense lost a lot of guys to the NFL last year. And good luck trying to stop AR-15. Their offensive line looked really good, I thought. One of their transfers from Louisiana, one of Billy Napier's favorites, Osiris Torrance, had a banger game. That guy's going to probably be a highly sought out draft pick day 1, day 2. So like I honestly think this is Florida's game to lose. So we'll see. We'll see with that one, but yeah.
The line agrees with you. The line's Florida -6 in this one.
Is it?
So, yeah, you feel like that's about right, probably?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. And I feel like this is kind of one of those games, too, where I think ideally, just from a viewership standpoint, you hope that this is kind of like, all right, shootout, shot for shot, Anthony Richardson, he's making a bunch of plays. Will Levis he's keeping his team in the ball game, and you're saying it's kind of an uphill battle where, and it's supposed to be an uphill battle, but for Kentucky, if they could somehow pull this off, he's a guy Levis is a guy that's thought of to potentially be going top 10. This could be a little bit of a stock booster. I'll also add, I don't really believe in draft stock that much. I think that's more of a media thing. Like, I think everyone's like, yeah, no, this is who this guy is. But in terms of getting the hype and, everyone getting excited about a prospect, I think this is a good one for that. I think, I feel like especially for quarterbacks in the whole draft process, like you always pick out a few games of the year, like, oh, that's the one. This is the one that put this guy on the map, even though it's like, no, dude, everyone knew who this guy was. But it could kind of have that feeling of it. So I'll be watching this one. I hope it's like that. I hope we get to see a bunch of sweet plays from the quarterbacks where you're looking like, oh shoot, dude, whoever gets one of these guys, man, you're gonna be happy come draft day.